go, guys. We let it in for 30 minutes. Got a beautiful golden brown top. Now we're just gonna let it sit here and cool, and then we'll get it put up. Well, good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the Hobby Homestead. If you're new here, my name's Heather. So today we are going to be working on making some homemade granola so we can get some in our pantry because we are out. So follow along as we start this journey today. Alrighty, guys. So what we have is 4 cups of old-fashioned rolled oats. We have 1.5 cups of chia seeds. You can use any kind of seeds or nuts that you prefer. I have cinnamon sitting over there, which we'll use 1/2 teaspoon of that. 1/2 cup of coconut oil, which I have. 1/2 cup of honey. Vanilla, which we'll use 1 teaspoon. 2/3 cup of dried fruit, and I'm using dried cranberries. And then 1/2 cup of coconut flakes. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix all these ingredients in the bowl. And after we mix them in the bowl, we're going to go ahead and we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And we're going to let this bake at 350 for 30 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to take my bowl and I'm going to go ahead and add all my ingredients. So that's the rolled oats. We have the shredded coconut, the dried cranberries. I'm using chia seeds, but you can use, like I said, any seed or nut of your preference. Coconut oil. Honey. I just want to make sure I get it all out of the bowl. Then I'm going to do 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Maybe about the rest of this, but 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. About all I got left in that anyway. Time to refill my drawers. And then we need 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this mixed up and well incorporated. So now that we have all this well incorporated, I have parchment paper down on my baking sheet. Just gonna go ahead and spread this all out evenly. That way we get a nice even bake on this. Last time I made granola was, I don't know, probably about 3 weeks ago. And I made a smoked granola. And I will be doing that again. So when I do that again, I'll get that recipe up and show you guys how I do that. But my husband loved it. So did my kids. So I will be doing a smoked granola again. For this time, I just wanted to choose something that was high in fiber. I'm going to go ahead and get my hands washed up, and then we'll get this into the oven. Alrighty friends, now that our oven's preheated, we're going to go ahead and get our granola put in here. And then we're going to go ahead and let that bake for about 25 to 30 minutes. There you go, guys. We let it in for 30 minutes. Got a beautiful golden brown top. Now we're just going to let it sit here and cool, and then we'll get it put up. Alrighty friends, I want to thank you guys for taking time out of your day today to join me in making granola in my kitchen. So we're going to end today, as we do any other video, with a Bible verse. Today's Bible verse is coming out of John 8:12. And it says, when Jesus spoke again to the people, he said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life. So just think about it. If you follow Jesus into his kingdom and you follow him in his footsteps and you spread kindness and you talk life in the people and not this negative talk that a lot of people talk or do ungodly things that a lot of people do, you will go into God's kingdom. You will follow God. You know, Jesus is the light, he is the way. I know we all mess up, we all sin, you know, but if you turn to God and ask for forgiveness, he will forgive your sins. So until next time, friends, I thank you for joining me today. If you would you hit that like and that subscribe button and even share out my channel to some people who may need a word of encouragement, who may want to do some Bible study. I do have a TikTok, Hobby Homestead on TikTok. You can follow me on there. You can see my Bible verses I put up. I also have a Facebook that is Hobby Homestead and also an Instagram. So until next time, friends, bye.